into the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
First play and a first pass for Cousins. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And out across midfield down to the 45. 39 yards there. A big one. That's some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Second down, they go right back to Cook.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
7 yards there and a first down.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Our game here, the Vikings and Eagles, the second of 2 on this Monday night. The Titans and Bills kicked off a little over an hour ago up in Buffalo. And this, our only Monday night doubleheader of the season, but rumor is might have a few more for 2023.
On second down, Cook. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On third down, Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He put that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Fourth down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota.
This one from 46 yards out.
The kick by Joseph is good.
And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead.
Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And, Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's caught inside the 25.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Jalen Hurts, not a terribly big fella at 6'1", but his arm's got plenty of life to it. And that was a thing of beauty there. And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. On 2nd and 12, Hurts. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith,
his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Eagles are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They run it again with Cook. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
To throw is Cousins.
They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Dallas Goedert really flourished as Philadelphia's unquestioned #1 tight end. He's a big-time field stretcher for first-time starter Jalen Hurts and averaged the 2nd most yards per reception among tight ends in the league. Won't hurt his average there with that first down pickup.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Off the play fake, Cousins. He's got Smith here. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Cousins again.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go, let's go! Here's Hurts to throw.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
The Eagles at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice.
He's got a man, complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I tell you from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's-eye view of that throw, and it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air. 2nd down, back to Sanders.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders,
his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys are able to extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
First down, here's the run with Cook. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Throwing, Cousins.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Here's Cousins.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Cousins.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota.
From the right hash, and this one just a chipping.
Joseph's got it.
And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Joseph now to kick this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
39 yards there, a big one.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips in that secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well, because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the first half.
But first down, Hurts.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Not that time for Watkins, and that takes us from second to third down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Let's go.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Cousins gives way to Cook. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Still 9 remaining on second down.
Cousins to throw it. Shoves him aside. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. Cousins now to throw on first down. Setting up the screen for Cook.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Dalvin Cook,
his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward is just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 2nd and 10,
Hurts. Hurts fumbles it.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On 2nd and 12, Cousins. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Oh, he's going to be brought down short of the first, and they are out of timeouts.
So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And
as Sanders has it poked free, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins now. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Throwing is Cousins. Complete. Smith has it. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, Cousins goes right back to Smith again. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Again, it's Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. Fights through him. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And they'll try a jet sweep. It's Rager. James Bradbury there to make the tackle.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Throwing is Hurts.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Airing it out deep for Smith. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup of 38. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. It'll be Hurts on the option. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Steps away to his left. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Hurts.
Dancing to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
That's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, here's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. And now here is another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback, naturally, they want to move.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts.
This one complete down the field to Goddard.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Zadarius Smith in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Hurts. They'll get this out wide to Scott. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete to his receiver, Thielen.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Working out of the gun, Cousins.
Hauled in over the middle by Rager.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Jalen Rager,
31 yards.
And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Quez Watkins,
75 yards.
And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Cousins. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. He's got Smith here. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Running for it, here's Cook. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Throwing, Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And they're going to get this up to midfield. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Completes this to Jefferson. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
So this offense able to convert on 4th. And now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Cousins again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins.
That'll be caught.
It's Rager. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got plenty to catch.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Well, there were about 70,000 that were quickly calling for that flag. It comes out there for pass interference.
And what do you think, partner? A little sarcasm in that cheering from this crowd here tonight. What they're hoping now is to build a little momentum off of it.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for